and live action.
Do you believe that sex and gender are synonymous?
Ooh. Not anymore. No, I think the more I read and the more I learn, the more I realize that people may not follow that completely.
Stay woke.
Truth.
How would your life be different if you were born a girl?
Ooh. Well, I'd probably be my mom's favorite, number one, because I'd be the only girl. So, well, actually, I am my mom's favorite, so it doesn't matter. That's a really good question. Wow. I don't know. I never considered that. I don't know. I guess I'd make 77 cents on the dollar. But I don't know what else. I don't know. Wow.
Some things like how you would
Like,
be socialized, like
I
as
do feel
children.
like my dad would treat a girl differently than boys. I totally think that is the truth. I think my stepmom would have made us be the same, but my dad would have tried to treat me like a girl. Maybe my mom too, because now that she has a granddaughter, she wants to do girl things with her because she never had daughters.
Do you think it would have changed your career path?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't. Probably not. I don't think it would have done that much, but it would have definitely changed the way I was raised.
Okay. Next topic is deviance and conformity in
Oh, God.
crime. So, do you believe that all criminals are treated equally under the eyes of the law?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
If you have money, you don't pay the same price as people that don't have money. There's no doubt about that.
And then the second one is, do you think punishment is effective in deterring crime?
No.
Do you have any
I mean,
alternatives?
I think you definitely need to have jails and things like that, but I think there's no rehabilitation, and people that go into jail end up coming out worse than when they went in.
Okay. The next topic is social class and status. Do you believe that anyone of any social class can achieve their dreams?
Yes, I think it's a lot easier when you have money, but I think anyone can in this country. I just think that some people start at second or third base when it comes to that.
Okay. And then what factors do you attribute your financial or professional success to?
A family that valued education and that pushed me in directions that I might have gone but might not have gone, and the willingness of them to support me through those efforts. Because I guess I could have gone to college and paid for it myself in graduate school, but it's a lot easier when someone else was paying for it.
Okay. The next topic is culture and religion. So, in what ways do you believe that your culture has shaped you and who you are?
That's a good question. I don't really know the answer to that. I guess, when I go to I've not been to a million other countries, but when I was in St. Lucia recently, and I just saw that their culture is very different, but also the opportunities they have are very few. There was just really no way. The best jobs were service industry jobs, and so maybe being in a place where there was opportunity has allowed me to be where I am, and so in that way, a culture of opportunity has helped, I guess.
And then the last one, have you ever traveled to a different country and experienced culture shock, which is the feeling of disorientation in an unfamiliar culture?
Absolutely, and that just recently in St. Lucia, we went to the capital city to sightsee, and we went into we went into the capital city to sightsee, which was interesting in itself. But Gus Smith Brown won't be happy about that. And when we went into the place where they were with the shopping and whatever, it was all bartering. And the second you walked in, as soon as you said something, people were on top. You're you want to buy this, you want to buy that. And I'm much more used to going to Macy's and browsing and no one asked you questions, and that's the way I prefer. So my mom was like, "Oh, fine," and she was bartering, and it was great, but I was very uncomfortable. I'm like, "Oh."
Okay, so these questions are about race. So number one, do you think race is socially constructed or biological?
More socially constructed than biological, but I mean, obviously, there are some.
Biological factors?
I mean, I would assume. But,
Okay, so-
but it's really much more about how society views
Yeah,
things. Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
Okay, so number two, does your race, white, give you any advantages?
Big time.
Could you provide some examples?
I wouldn't say I feel them on a daily basis or whatever, but I know that just in general, I see things that have happened and people are advantages from whatever. I have a really good friend, my best friend in college, who was not a strong student, but because his dad was in a large company, he got an internship at a company that no one with his grades would have gotten an internship with, and he parlayed that into a great job and a great career. And maybe that's more wealth and influence than it is race, but it certainly was helpful.
Yeah. Okay, so number three.
Yeah.
Number three, does white privilege exist?
I think it's more wealth privilege than white privilege. I feel like people, and that generally in this country are white people, but I think that it's more about financial. I think if you went to Appalachia and told people there's white privilege, I think those people would probably laugh at you because they don't really have anything either. So I think wealth privilege exists, but not white privilege.
Okay, last question for race. Tell us a time where you witnessed or faced racial discrimination.
Oh my gosh.
And how did that make you
Literally the other night. Not personally against me. I was playing softball. There was our umpire, white dude, goes behind the backstop where he left his bag, and he picks his bag up and moves it into the dugout because there were two black dudes standing there. But wait, it only gets better because so I'm standing there at the balls, I'm the catcher, and the umpire's there, and these guys now all of a sudden realize what happened and go, "Did you just move your bag because we're black?" He did not respond, but I wanted to turn around and answer for him and say, "He did." It was so uncomfortable, and I felt so bad for those guys because I'm like, what do you say? Because it happened.
Okay,
It
so-
sort of stuns me, I'm going to tell you. I was like, oh my God. And what am I going to say? I didn't move my bag.
Next is family. And like kind of like love also. So number one is love a feeling or a choice?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say a little bit of both.
So what do you think, which one's more dominant, do you think?
Wow. I think it's the choice in family for sure, but everyone chooses yes.
Yeah.
I'll lean towards choice, I guess.
Okay, second question. So could you list your top 5 characteristics that you think attract others to you?
Ooh. Oh, I have to list my own characteristics? That makes me attractive?
Yeah, besides your legs.
That's just really awkward to say. My height,
Yeah, boys.
my voice,
Yes.
my sense of responsibility, my delightful personality.
Yes, absolutely, Shay. One more.
I don't really have how cool I am.
Ooh, bed.
Not on purpose though.
Last question. Describe your ideal mate.
Oh God, no.